for Plumlee. Harkless and Crabbe subbed in for a really new group here. Mayor Mike Dunleavy. Morris checked in. Timeout.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor.
The Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round. That great shot by Lillard late to Greg. They drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about style 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch.
Portis, he's checked in for Noah. The Bulls trail by 11.
And, you know, just as you said, Portland didn't have enough to get by the Grizzlies in the first round. Ended up losing in 5 after taking 1 game, and that was game 4. Just had a hard time breaking down the Memphis defense.
Crabbe, good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Brooks. Can they get it? And Davis pulls it down.
Another loss for the Blazers when they were the 4 seed, as you mentioned. As a franchise, they have lost in the first round every time they have ended up as the 4 seed. Not exactly a good position for them to be in.
Brooks with no one around. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Brooks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Dishes it to Davis. Near the 3-point line, it's McCollum. No good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Here's McDermott. And the Bulls, another 3.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Portland leading by 10. Wide open look. And again, it's Portland converted.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow them down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing. Surrendering too many easy baskets.
Here's Portis. Up and in on the layup.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Crabbe. Outside, Davis. He kicks it to McCollum. Here's Henderson. A second chance effort, and that one's good.
They couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Trailblazers lead by 12. From Portland, we're back in. And now a chance to hear from point guard Damian Lillard. He explains his stoic demeanor on the floor.
I was taught to, never let anybody see how you feel.
I would say, Clark, we probably shouldn't expect to see Lillard starring in any reality shows about his personal life.
I think that would be accurate. I mean, Lillard is a young man who is all about taking care of his business and doing what he needs to be doing. I mean, his reality is trying to live up to the expectations for him in Portland.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Trailblazers?
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. We've got Derrick Rose. Mirotic is out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for Portland. And Chicago also making a switch. Noah's checked in. It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long, Clark, as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean, you rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Plumlee's checked in. Here's Lillard. He has it yet. Put up any points in this one. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Again, the miss by Lillard.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Vonleh with it, working on Noah. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And for Noah Vonleh, last season came in as a heralded freshman out of Indiana. Some people thought he might crack the top 5 in the draft, but after some shaky late workouts, he fell all the way to 9.
Well, Greg, in watching Vonleh, you can see he has the size and range to be a difference maker. Excellent rebounder, big hands. Clark, you've talked about that. Simply working on refining his skill set at this point.
Yeah, and it's a matter of work ethic with him because I think the tools are there. Work ethic and experience, and I think this kid is going to be a nice front court player for a long time.
Goes back up. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Gasol.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from...
Oh, look out, and then you throw him stuff like that. And you go, oh, boy, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, goodness. And, guys, what I like about Damian Lillard, very decisive with the ball in his hands, always in attack mode. He keeps it hopping, and he has a killer instinct in the clutch.
Time called here. side to talk it over. And for Lillard, he keeps the ball moving, as Greg was talking about. Markey keeps his teammates involved.
Very proficient in the pick and roll, understands the nuances of looking at weak side defenders and getting to the free throw lane for the roll man. He knows all the tricks to make that pick and roll really successful.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Vonleh. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Noah. Portland's gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Here's Harkless. It's all in by the Bulls. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. And the shot is good. Rose has got 5 points so far.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
From deep. Rose with another miss.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Holiday, the pass to Gasol, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple. Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. E'Twaun Moore comes in for Justin Holiday, and it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. Chicago making a switch here. McDermott's checked in. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time. Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. And he gets the bucket.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want. And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Pass to Harkless. Shoots. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, are you kidding me?
Trailblazers leading by 6. And Plumlee kicks to Aminu. Henderson, no one around him. Offensive rebound. Over to the left wing. Harkless. And the officials call traveling violation. Chicago making some changes. Portis, he's checked in for Gibson. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy. And it's Butler in for Brooks. Portis, the pass to Mirotic. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy, not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think.
Bulls have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. McDermott. And the Bulls with another miss. And for Portland, they're shooting 43% from the floor. Plumlee dishes to Aminu. Here's Harkless. Misses the 3.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Trailblazers leading by 5. And even 3-on-3 break. And Plumlee kicks to Anderson. And he's good on the 3-ball. Anderson's got 5 points so far.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Here's Moore. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Trailblazers shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. And Harkless with the basket on the assist by Lillard. And it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead. The Bulls shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Butler attacking. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Mirotic, the pass to Butler. Tries again. Butler can't get that one to fall.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And that concludes the first half. It's the Trailblazers. They lead by 9. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They have a 9-point lead. And let's go to Shaq. What did you think of their first half? And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
And what a tremendous game for McCollum. He's got 11 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
Bulls trail by 9. Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Plumlee. Then it's Henderson. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Harkless in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Gibson against Henderson. The pass to Plumlee. Plenty of space. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Rose. Plays it up and banks it in. Rose has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
A baseline J. The shot by Harkless, no good.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out. Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Trailblazers leading by 4. The dish now to Aminu. The feed now to Henderson. And it's off from 3-point range. The Bulls have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. For 3, Dunleavy. Another 3 for Chicago.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Watching Mike Dunleavy Jr., he's simply the mark of consistency. We know he's in his mid-30s, but you know exactly what you're going to get out of him every season. I think Tom Thibodeau, last year's Chicago coach, really admired that and loved it.
It's so funny watching Mike Dunleavy Jr. play. I remember when his dad coached me when I was with Portland.
Oh,
and he was a little kid running around, and all of a sudden he's become this great NBA player. But you're right, though. He's made himself into a valuable asset in terms of the role he's been given for the Bulls.
Plumlee attacking, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Talking about Dunleavy, boy, I tell you, he was playing at a high level already by his 2nd season in the league. Practically every statistic across the board matches up since then. And that's over a decade later.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And, Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gibson. Justin Holiday comes in for Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose.
And getting back to Dunleavy's consistency here in his later years, he's one of those guys who has really ramped up the nutrition. He's hitting the weight room. I could make the case that he was a tougher, better player last year, especially on defense, than at any other time in his career.
They grabbed their own miss. Gasol. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
They sure did, Greg. And I like the fact they never put their chin in their chest when they were down early. I mean, they were down big early. They were composed, and they never got desperate and stayed within themselves. Very impressive.
Brooks for 3. And that one's good. Brooks has got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
He lobs it up. Henderson.
But boy, when it doesn't.
Yeah, it can make you look silly. It embarrasses you. And we had a little silliness right there for sure.
To the paint. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Some changes for Chicago. Mirotic is checked in for Gasol. Doug McDermott comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Justin Holiday.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups form in that series, but they were able to prevail.
And good on the basket. Book it. And it's a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second. That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Lillard with it. Now guarded by Mirotic. Aminu misses. Bulls trail by 5. And here they go. And finished off by McDermott.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
And they better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve. Effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
Whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
For Mirotic, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March on, he led the league in fourth quarter points per game.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And for that note about Mirotic, in the fourth, he outscored LeBron and Westbrook that month. That's impressive for any player, much less a rookie.
Here's Portis. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. And now just a 1-point Trailblazer lead. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense. And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Boy, it sure has seemed as though he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Aminu with it, now defended by McDermott. And Aminu kicks to Harkless. Rebound by Rose. Mirotic dishes to Dunleavy. It's stolen by Aminu. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Trailblazers lead by 1. From Portland, we're back in a moment. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Portland leading. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Butler team to Dunleavy on the perimeter. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Rose in at the point guard position.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Harkless with it. Plumlee, the pass to Henderson. Goes up on the wing and right on target. Good. And the Trailblazers lead by 5. Well, the Bulls shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Rose, no good.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Henderson against Butler. Lillard left side, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Aminu. That one wide left.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Gasol kicks to Dunleavy. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Lillard against Rose. It's stolen by Dunleavy. The tray. And Harkless pulls it down. Harkless has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Butler with the steal. Henderson against Rose. To take the lead. And that one's good. Rose has got the lead up to 1 now for Chicago. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Chicago.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well. Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Lillard dishes to Aminu. Back to Lillard. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Lillard's got 7 points for the quarter.
And he is starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Wants to get to Harkless and does. And Aminu kicks to Henderson. Lillard outside. There's the triple. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Yes, they have. He's made all 4 of his shots this quarter, Greg. Definitely looking to be a dangerous guy.
Dunleavy, the pass to Gibson. Outside Butler. The Bulls keep it alive.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
Good.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Chicago. Henderson against Butler. Lillard outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get it back. Henderson. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip. 5 for 10.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Dunleavy's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 3. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
The Bulls shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Here's Gibson. Kicks to Butler. From outside the arc. Good. Butler's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Lillard attacking. Takes it off the glass. Lillard's got 12 now in this quarter.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Pass to Dunleavy from deep. They grab their own miss. And that one's good by Noah.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
Passes it to Aminu. Shoots. Yes!
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
And for the Bulls, they're shooting 39% from the floor. At their best. Rose. Another shot. The kick outside to Butler. Butler missing again. And Portland with the ball. Pushing it up. It falls!
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Rose gets a wide open look. Kicks it out to Gibson. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That is his first foul of the game. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul. That's a 2 from Lillard. Noah. Great defense that time from Noah.
Time running low here.
A quick score, Greg, and then probably foul him right away.
Money!
If Noah gets going like that, forget about it.
So it's Portland now. A 2-point game. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making them.
It's money from deep.
I tell you what, this is the white-hot version of Derrick Rose right now.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
Inside. That's tipped. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up.
Congratulations, Damian, on a nice win. What does this sort of game say about this team?
I think, first of all, it says that, you know, we got to learn how to keep a lead. We can't let teams put us in that position at the end of the game when we play so well, but I think it showed our composure, our ability to win the game down the stretch when the team had us on our heels in the closing minutes of the game. We found a way to pull it out.
You certainly showed some toughness, Damian. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another. And how'd you feel about his performance, Shaq?
What I like most about Lillard is that you never see him play otherwise. And there's no question about his scoring ability. Just look at what he did tonight.
There's no doubt about it. This guy is a leader. He was in attack mode all night, calling for it and delivering in some big, big plays and baskets. His point total shows everything that I'm talking about. The defense was like, what am I going to do? And he was like, nothing, because I'm toying with you.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal,
Just 4 games